I'm here with David Valencia, one of the co-owners of Oro Brewing. And if you haven't checked out Oro yet, it's a must, a definite cool, hip place to be. Right, David? So tell me a little bit about what is Oro?
Well, Oro, our license says microbrewery, but we're actually a lot more. We're actually community here. From our community table to our community tap, we've really tried to bring that into the place. When we were first doing our build out and that, we had people coming by saying, can't wait till you're open and that, and we had like so much support just starting out that it kind of got into the place here. So we just wanted to have a place that people could come in, have a good beer, have a conversation, just come in and just enjoy themselves.
So with Oro, even though, like you were saying, it's a microbrewery, but there's more than a microbrewery. Mm-hmm. I think cool thing about you guys is that you have an awesome partnership with Worth.
We do.
Right? So can you tell me a little bit about how that developed?
Sure. Actually, Worth moved in, I think they signed their lease after we did, but they moved in before we did because they had less of a build out to do. So as they were doing their build out and getting started up, we became pretty good friends with them and kind of had some talk back and forth about maybe doing a partnership. And when we finally opened up, we did that partnership and it's worked out awesomely.
Yeah, so they serve great food.
They do,
you know,
yeah.
All local, which we all love.
Yep.
Right? We're all about, you know, small business and local love, right?
Definitely.
So I need to ask, why Mesa? Why did you choose this specific area on Main Street?
Actually, we had been looking on Main Street for quite a while before when they were still doing the light rail construction and that. Looked at the place, landlord's awesome. We're like, okay, let's do it, sign the lease. And the place just had the bones we were looking for.
Okay.
With the old construction. I mean, the front of the building was built around 1900 or so, and just the open ceiling and that, it just had the feel.
Do you know what was here before?
I think there was like a dance studio and like karate and things like that. Yeah, there was a big wood floor in here originally that we took out because we wanted to go down to the concrete, and we ended up repurposing and planing them all down, made our tabletops out of them.
That is from
this is from the old floor.
Your tables are actually originally from the floor.
Originally from the floor,
That is awesome.
Yep. The bar the same way. We had probably 3 skids of wood that we planed down and were able to salvage as much as we could.
That is so great, repurposing instead of throwing away. And having the microbrewery in the back, that's been successful, I assume?
Yes. Yeah, actually we just finally had our first beer out maybe about 2 weeks ago, and now we've got all 3 of our first ones out, and those are selling really well. We have a English Strong, we have a extra special bitter, and we have English style IPA, and we have a stout.
Wow.
And then we've got 3 more in the fermenters right now that hopefully be out somewhere around the holidays.
So who decides what to brew? Like, do you guys have a sort of idea, flavor, palette that you like to go for?
Actually, Chuck and our brewer have been kind of mulling over which way to go with things, but we had some recipes that we knew that we wanted to get out first, and one of those is going to be a spiced ale coming up. And when Chuck and I, with our homebrewer roots, we made this, everybody loved it, and it has ginger and coriander and orange peel and all kinds of things in it that make it very complex. And it's kind of our winter warmer. So it's a little higher alcohol, but I think it'll be really good.
So the process of brewing, is it simple or is it super complex?
It's simpler now because of the equipment and the controls that we have on it. As a home brewer, you're cooking outside in wind, and some days are hot, some days are cold. It's very hard to control. But in here, with the equipment that we have now and that, it makes it easier. But it's still, you know, things can still go wrong.
So you guys are, I would say, soft opening, not officially grand opening, but you still have quite a bit of clientele that just come through.
We do, yeah. Actually, well, we've had standard advertising on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and that. And we've actually done really well with that. The people around here have really accepted us, and we have a few regulars now that come in, and we're trying to keep the board interesting for everybody, so maybe surprise them every once in a while. And when they come in, they're like, okay, what do you have up there now? To keep the interest there, to keep people coming back.
So following Oro on social media, right? You were saying
Yes.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Yep.
But their physical address is
210 West Main, Mesa.
210 West Main on Main Street in downtown Mesa. You got to check out Oro Brewing. It's the hip, cool spot and a community location too.